Hey, hello. I'm here another day practicing my my English. So yeah, I like it. Well, indeed, I'm practicing my English all the time because now I can think in English, and that's awesome. I think. Um, yeah. Uh, Several months ago, I could not think in English, but now I can. So really, I'm practicing all the day because yeah, I'm just thinking. When I am constantly talking out loud for practicing, but yeah, I like to record it, and it's an activity that I like. Yeah, it's not necessary, of course, but yeah, I like to record it too for see my progress along of the months. Yeah. So well, today in the background we have this image of Brave of Merida because yes, well the image on the background never had something to do with the topics that I'm going to talk. Well, a little, yes. Why I have this image? Well, because I have seen that movie recently, and I think well the movie it's not so good itself, but the accent. I love the accent of the characters. Uh, I didn't know that accent and turns up that it's an Scotia, Escocese. I don't know how to say Escocese. Um, uh, Scotland. Okay, it's a Scotland accent, and I didn't know that accent, but I really think it's beautiful. It sounds really good. For example, when Merida is the character that has the accent more strong, you know. And for example, there is a part in the movie when she says story, but not don't say like story. She says story, story, and sounds really good. I think it's very beautiful that pronunciation, and well, because I like that accent, I search, I looking for YouTubers that were from Scotland, and I found a comedian that in one of his stand-ups he said adorable, but adorable. I think that is the way an American would pronounce it word, but this comedian pronounced adorable, something like that. Instead of adorable, he said adorable. It's really pretty. I think it's my favorite accent just right now. So I like that movie for that for the accent. But I think the movie itself isn't so good. I think it could be better, really. But well, yeah, it's a good movie. Uh, but yeah, it could be better. But the accent is beautiful, so I like that movie. Now, so but it's a little a shame, right? That in Scotland, how many people live in Scotland? Not so much. So not an accent that I think is really good. It's just uh, not so not so talk. The accent more talked in English is the American accent. I think obviously because well, America has a lot, like really a lot of people. I think there are like 300 no, 300 millions, 340 millions of inhabitants of people. There are that is the amount of people that is in America. So yes, obviously it's the most talked accent, and because not besides America has a lot of relevance in the international panoramic in the international dash. I don't know how to say it, panorama internacional, but yeah, America is a very important country. I mean it has a lot of influence over other countries, So obviously, each accent would be the more target and more target accent in the world. So, but it's the accent that I like the less. I don't like so much this accent. I think I talk like an American. Well, obviously not. Obviously, it's evident and that I'm an an extranjero. Uh, well, it's obviously that I'm not a native. That is what I want to say. Obviously, I'm not a native, but I think I talk a little like the American accent because it's the accent that I heard the most. It's the most talked. So yeah, it's a shame that an accent that I like more, like the Scotland accent, or to the England accent. I like the British accent. Well, that accents aren't so talked like the American, and I think it's a shame. Uh, it's like a little by like the Spanish, right? How many accents are in the Spanish? Where there are a lot. There are a lot of accents in my language. I don't know, but uh, obviously, just in Mexico, there are a lot of accents. So surely it should be like more of more than 200 accents in Spanish. I think. Yeah, probably. I like a lot the accent of Argentina. Yeah, I think that's my favorite accent of Spanish. Argentinians and Uruguayans. I don't know how how to say the gentleest for Uruguayan. Well, that two countries um have the accent that I like more. I really like the Mexican accent. Well, there is a lot of Mexican accents, but I don't know those accents. So of course I don't hate them, but they're not so good. I think I like the uh, Spain accent too. Obviously, I think it's beautiful the Spain accent, but it's not just an accent, you know. Well, I'm am I saying it well? Accent? I don't know if yeah, accent. Okay, yeah, it's the correct word. Okay, in Spain they conjugate the verbs differently. It's like it's curious. In Argentina too uh, they do the same. They conjugate the verbs in a different way than in Mexico, for example. For example, in Mexico, you would say, um, mm, let me think. In Spain, they use a lot the passive voice. For example, in Mexico, you say comiste. That means eat? Do you eat? But comiste, it's an active voice. But in Spain, it's most common that they say ya has comido. It's like a passive voice, and that's a big difference. But yeah, I like the Spain accent. I think it's a good accent of the of the Spain of the Spanish, and it's the original accent. Oh, so it's good. But by the way, that things of original accent. Okay, it's obviously yes, it is, but it's a little stupid, no? Because yesterday I read a person who said obviously, well, it said it in Spanish, but I'm going to say it in English. That said, obviously the British accent is the correct accent. I like the British English and like since British, I mean England is the original country where the English come from, so that would be the correct accent and that would be the correct and official pronunciation of the English. And there are people that think the same about the the Spanish of Spain. It's just a stupid thought. It's just a stupid thought. Why? Okay, yeah, obviously the original the original English is the English from England, and the original of uh, the original Spanish is the Spanish of for from Spain. But that don't matter. That doesn't matter. I think because of course, but today in our days, the English of United States is extremely more talked than the English of England. You know, so why we have to say? So are you saying really? Are you saying that 314 of millions of of Americans are pronouncing their their own language in a incorrect way, in a bad way? Obviously not. Obviously it's correct. Obviously the languages are living things. The languages are things that evolve, and the language is created by the speakers. So you can't say that. Obviously, all the Americans are pronouncing their own language, badly, in a bad way, incorrectly. Obviously not. Yeah, the English of England is the original, but what? Uh, why it matter? Why matters it? I don't know how to say that. Um, ¿Qué importa? I don't know how to say that expression in English. And the same with Spanish and the Spanish from Spain. Yeah, it's that the original. It's the original accent, but the Spanish is extremely more talked along over all the Americas, over in Latin America. So yeah, say that only the Spain of the Spanish of Spain is the correct way is just stupid. Okay, it's just stupid. It's stupid. And I like that accent. Yeah, I like the Spanish of Spain, and I like the the English from England, but simply that doesn't have any sense. That thought. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think so. Well, I don't know what more to talk about, but yeah, I have been talking about accents, and I think I express myself. I expressed myself well, but I don't know. Well, I was talking about I like the Scotland accent. Yeah, but it is a shame that this accent is not so talked like the American accent that I think is the is the most is the accent that I like the less. I really don't like it so much, but okay, I don't care. I mean, I like the English, obviously. I love this language. But yeah, there are better accents. There are better accents that sounds better. I don't mean that there are more valid um, accents, but yeah, are more beautiful than the American accent. By the way, America. That is curious, you know? Yeah. In Spanish, America is all the continent. I mean, the Americas. But in English, America is just America. It's just United States. That is really weird. Uh, I know why all the continent it's called the Americas in plural. That is because in the Anglo parlant in the Anglo world, um, America are two continents, but in the Spanish world, America is only one continent. Um, and I know there is not an objective rule, an objective criteria to define what is a continent and what is not a continent. Because, for example, Africa, Asia, and Europe are they are that those are three continents. Yes, those are three continents, but the three are together. There is not a physical separation from two continents. The three are just all together. So why are different continents? Well, because I think because the cultural difference, of course, but that is not so good criteria because yeah, obviously the culture of Europe it's not the same culture that there is in Africa or in Asia, but obviously, for example, the India and China doesn't have didn't didn't have don't have the same culture either. So yeah, there is not any objective of a really good criteria to define what is a continent and why that is a continent. So I think, yeah, uh, it has sense that for the Americans, all the American continent, the Americas, are two continents. Okay, it has sense, but for us, for the people that speak Spanish, there is only one continent, and it's a little like stupid. Call your own country America, like all the continent. It's I mean it's weird. Okay, it's weird. Why would you do? But I don't care that so much, really. Okay, there is a lot of people that say, "Oh, stupid gringos. They they are so selfish. They are so egocentrical. How that it mean? How that it says? Egocentrico. Egocentric. Okay, so there's a lot of people that says, "Oh, stupid gringos, they are so egocentric. Um, if they call their country like all the continent. That is so egocentric." And I mean, yes, a little, but I don't care so much because, well, of course, there is a lot of egocentric gringos. By the way, gringo, it's not an slur. If you think it is, it's not. I mean, it's just a way to call American people, but it's not a slur. There are people that use it as a slur, but it's not a slur. When I say gringo, it's not a slur. But yeah, I'm going to say gringo. So there is a lot of gringos that are egocentric, obviously, because their country is so important in the world. So they think, oh yeah, I'm the better, I'm the best. But obviously, not all are this way. So I think, yeah, it's a little egocentrical to call your own country like all the continent. But mm, for example, if you born in United States, well, you didn't choose that. I mean, you born and all the people uh, call the call the call the country like American. Well, it's the name of your country. You aren't thinking that, oh yeah, I'm the best. For that, my country has the name of all the continent. No, obviously the majority of gringos are not thinking like that, but maybe the original gringos that put this name, yeah, they were thinking this way. Um, so yeah, but by the way, I just remember that uh, mm, a month ago, I watched a gringo that, okay, he was a stupid gringo, a very stupid gringo. Why? Well, uh, because he was complaining. He was napping. It's like crying, maybe. I don't know if that's the word I think. Nap. No, yapping. Yeah, yapping, crying. Well, he was crying about all the Spanish. I mean, all the not the Spanish of Spain. All the people that speak Spanish. Oh, the Spanish call us estadounidenses. They are they are refusal to accept that our name it's America. That is the real name of our country. And it's like, excuse me, sir. Did you know that? The name of the countries change in all the languages. Or no, I suppose you didn't because you are just stupid, obviously. But of course, it's just so extremely stupid complaining and crying and be like yapping. It was yapping? Yeah, yapping about no, the people of the other countries don't call me like I call myself. What the fuck? Okay, so I mean you call the Japanese Nihonjin. That is the original name. Oh no, you call the Japanese Japanese because that is the word in your language, but that is not the original word. So that is stupid. Okay, it's like it's just stupid. It's extremely fucking stupid. But, besides, Estados Unidos, and in the United States, it's the name of your country. You know, it's the name of your country. It's just a translation. Uh, but of course, we don't call you Americanos in Spanish because for us, America is the continent, all the continent, not only your country. So you are stupid for complaining about oh other people don't call like I call me myself. Of course not. In any fucking language that happens. For example, you call the Germanies German. You call that country Germany, but it's not German. In the original language, I mean in Germany, it's called Deutschland. Deutschland. So, do you say Deutschland or do you say Germany? Oh, are you not accepting that Deutschland is the real name of that country? Obviously not. It's just the fucking word in your language. Fuck. Yeah, really, that was so annoying. Read that stupid gringo. Oh, yeah. Um. Okay, but like I said, gringo is not a slur. It's just a way to call Americans. And there are a lot of people that use it like a slur, but not all the people. I'm not. When I'm talking about Americans, I always say gringo. It's just the word. Okay, it's for me they are gringos, not Americans. Well, when I'm talking um, in Spanish, obviously, when I'm talking in English, yeah, could eat America. But when I'm talking in Spanish, I have two options: estadounidenses, that is like the official way to call they, or um, gringo. So I prefer gringo. It's easier to say. So yes, yes. Uh, that that was a funny story, like Merida would say. Um, I don't know. I like to talk like an Scotland people, but I can't because the majority of the most of English that I heard is the American English, the gringo English. And by the way, there are a lot of more accents. For some reason, the people only talks about American accent and British accent. But there are more accents, like the Scotland accent or like the South Africa accent or Australia accent. I don't know. There are more accents, but the people always talk about American or British accent. It's like okay, but do you know that there are more accents, right? Do you know that countries are not the only countries in the world that speak this language? There are the Canadians too, and I think there are more countries in Europe that speak English too. I think no, Irish, Polish, no. What countries speak English in Europe? I don't know. I don't. Ireland, Irlanda. I don't know how to say it in English. Irlanda. They speak English. Scotia, I mean Scotland and England. But I think there are more countries that speak English. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I really don't know. Oh, what are those countries. Um, okay, I think I was very fluent today. I think I talked like very fluent. I don't know, but I think I could express relatively complex ideas in English. For example, in Japanese, I can't do this. I just can't. I will be able to do, but just right now, I can't. I can't think in Japanese, and that is very frustrating. That is annoying. I really would love to 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 be able to talk in English. I'm not. I'm not able yet, but I will be able in the future. Yeah, and yeah, today I have to study a lot of Japanese grammar, and that is like, god, oh my god, what a, uh, I don't know how to say flojera in English. I'm so lazy. I'm lazy. I think it's not the same feeling when like in Spanish. In Spanish, I'll say que hueva. Hueva, it's a word for yeah, flojera. Flojera is lazy, but it's not the same. No, it's not the same because lazy, it's an adjective. Lazy, it's flojo, but flojera, it's a noun. So it's really not the same. Um, Weakness? No, no. Okay, I don't know how to say it. I'm have to study it later. Study how to say que flojera in English. But in Mexican Spanish, we would say que hueva. That means that que flojera. That I don't know how to say it in English, but it's when you don't want to do something because yeah, you are tired or something like that. You don't want to do it, so que flojera, que hueva. Even it there is a, a song of Alex Lora that it's called like que hueva, and it's a song where he is describing all the things that give him hueva. It's a good song, I think. I'm not a fan of Alex Lora, but I'm just know that song of for him from him. Yeah, yeah, but it's a good it's a good song. So I don't know what more I should talk. How many times I have been talking? Okay, 28 minutes, and I'm not so tired now. I think I can continue talking in English about more topics. Yeah, yeah, I think I'm progressing very well, but I think I need to improve my pronunciation. Well, I don't know what more I can say. For example, let's look this image and I'm going to get a topic from the image. For example, Merida. She's a ginger. Yeah, I think the gingers are extremely very rare minority, but anyone thinks about the gingers like a minority. Yes, they are. I mean, uh, almost aren't gingers, and I love that color of hair. I think I think the humans, well, the animals in general, the mammals, it's mamíferos, I think yes. Well, the animals in general have really bad colors. I mean, in the humans, we only have in the color skin white that is not white. It's like peach, but it's not really white, like fish white. I mean, not it's not like a paper, but yeah, white and black, and the intermediate color between those two colors. Okay, it's good, but it could be more. Imagine blue skin. That would be awesome. Or imagine I don't know green skin or yeah, it would be better. Well, it would not be better because the races would be extremely more. There would be bigger than it is now. Okay, if there if there exists the races only with two colors, imagine if would be more colors. That would be just crazy. But yeah, I think it would it it would look well. For example, with the color of the eyes, there are how many colors? Blue, green, and brown. Um, and there's no more. Okay, it's boring. You know, it's boring. Only three colors, and to be honest, the green and blue are rare colors. It's not common to see people with blue eyes or green eyes. The majority of people have brown eyes. So yeah, it would be better if imagine red eyes or purple eyes or white eyes. That would be awesome, you know? Or I don't know. Yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. And for the color of the hair, how many colors are? Really, very few. It's a very few number. I mean, black, uh, brown, yellow, and extremely rare, the gingers, the red hair. Why? Imagine blue hair, green hair, um, white hair, but I mean like naturally, not for aging. Uh, White naturally hair. That would be awesome. And yeah, but I think my favorite colors of hair there are two, and it's the black. I love the black hair. It's awesome, and the gingers, the red hair. It looks awesome. Really, it's awesome. I love how it sees. But there is being a ginger has have a an disadvantage, no, desventaja. How it says desventaja. Um, disadvantage. How it pronounced?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, be ginger has bueno have a disadvantage, and it's you are like extremely prone to have freckles, speckles, freckles. I think freckles, freckles. Okay, freckles. Yeah. Anytime have you noticed that the gingers have a lot of freckles? I don't know exactly why, but I studied about it once once time, and it's because being ginger, it's a mutation in one gene, and that mutation makes that you have more. I don't know the name of the substance, but the substance that makes that you have the red hair. Okay, that mutation do that you have that pigment, but not only in the hair, uh, but in all the body. So because of that, it's so common that the gingers um, develop freckles. So yeah, I think the hair looks awesome, and I don't dislike freckles, but when you have like a lot of freckles, you are impregnated with freckles. Yeah, that doesn't look so good. So yeah, it's a disadvantage. Disadvantage. Yeah, that's the bad part of being a ginger. Yeah, they are really a minority, and by the way, talking about minorities, why? Well, I know why, because the gringos see it only uh, uh, from their point of view. And their point of view is that the blacks are a minority. But the blacks are not a minority. Do you know how many blacks are in the planet? A lot. The Asians, well, they consider the Asians like a minority too, but really, the Asians, well, when they say Asian, they are meaning to the Chinese or Japanese or Korean people, the people that have the eyes like stretched eyes. I don't know how to say rasgados or rasgados. Well, you know what I'm talking about. When they say Asian, they are not referring from people from Kazakhstan. No, but okay, the Asian, the Asians that phenotype of Asian, it are like um how many? It's difficult to say the numbers in English. Uh, 1 billion. Yeah, billion is the word, right? It's there is more than 1 billion. Uh, but the whites that they say like the whites are not a minority. Wait, the whites are a minority in the world. I mean, there's not so whites. You know how many whites are in the world? Well, of course, there are more blacks and there are more Asians than whites. So, okay, I understand that in your country, the white is the majority, but some gringos think like the whites, these rules is valid for all the world, and obviously it's not like that. Okay, in the majority of the world, the whites are the minority. Okay, for example, I'm in Latin America, and well, my skin is white, but I don't know if the gringos would think that I'm white, because when they say white, they are talking like Caucasian people, and I'm not Caucasian. Um, um, but yeah, in Mexico, the whites are the minority. For example, there are like they are like the 30% of the country, I think. So they are the minority. And well, there is a lot too, but it's the minority. And for example, in I don't know, in Peru, in Peru there aren't so many whites, you know. But I don't know why why am I talking about minorities? It's because I was talking about gingers, and the gingers are a minority, but nobody thinks the gingers are, but they really are. um yeah, yeah. For example, in the mermaid movie, the Disney mermaid, the she put a black actress because, well, the blacks are a minority, but no, the gingers are a minority. If you wanted to represent minorities, yeah, the original character was a minority already. So okay, it was just a stupid thing to do. um but yeah, well, I don't know how okay, I'm getting tired right now. I think I'm not talking so well like at the beginning of the video. I'm getting tired. Okay, but yeah, I think I talked like 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes. I talked like for almost 40 minutes, and I think I did well. I did well. Yeah, I think so. I'm happy. Yeah, of course I'm happy. I'm happy. I can talk in English. Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, let me think if I could talk about something else, but I think no. Um, what topic could I talk about? No, I think no. I think it's good. Okay, So I have been talking for 40 minutes in English in a row. In a row. Yeah, that is good. I'm happy. So see you anything because anyone see those videos. It's just for practice. I know anyone see it. But okay. Bye bye.